Okay. Close. All right. Welcome back to Garage Built Strongman. This is kind of an update. June's been very busy for me. I know we're into July. We're like a week and a half into July or some shit. I don't know. I'm completely lost track of when it is. I went 3 for 3 in June. I did 3 events. I won all 3 events. The last one, kind of a joke because I was the only one in the class. But hey, a win's a win, no matter how you get it. Um, So I posted up the battle at the brink that I actually showed you guys. The next event was the local one. It's 2 blocks from my house. Can't not compete in it because it's fun and it's right there. I also supplied all the equipment for the event, shy of like the car that you got to flip and the truck that you pull. So I managed to win that event. There were some pretty good competitors that showed up this year, and we had a good time. And I apologize for the quality of the videos. They didn't transfer well. For what reason, I don't know, but they're not great videos, and they're kind of not even as good as they have been in the past. My wife doesn't like to jump in, and she's a bit shy that way, but she doesn't like to jump in and get up front and be a problem or be a spectacle of any kind. So the videos aren't spectacular. So we'll throw that one up, and then next I'll throw up the videos from the Six Nations Strongman. I apologize. And again, that was just a fun event. I didn't push myself too hard. The only one I really put any effort into, big effort, I might say, is the deadlift. And it was 470. And the reason I did that is because deadlift is my weakness. And we have a car deadlift for the provincials, which is coming up shortly as well. And so I figured, well, it's a good strongman Saturday. So I put the effort into that one. Everything else I just had a good time with and didn't push myself too hard. No point in risking injury. So I will throw them up next. And after that, really, the training has been lackluster for the most part. You know, I got into strongman because I really got bored of gym lifts, and it's just it was always just repetitive, same old, same old. You know, nothing exciting, nothing ever new. And strongman is just so much more exciting to A, watch, and B, to really just do the lifts. They're just different. But what happens is when you're competing, it really just does become the same thing day in and day out. You know, you're training for an event, so there's 5 events, and you train towards them. So there's a deadlift. So what do I do every week? Monday, I'm deadlifting. You know, and that's the way it goes. And it does kind of just play on you. It gets a little boring. So for you guys, I mean, do you really want to see me do the same thing week in, week out? So no, of course not. But what I've done is I actually do have a video from yesterday. We did some stone practice with my coach and a couple of the other teammates, which, by the way, is all women, which is good and bad. Mostly good, though. And I hit a PR, and it was a mistake because it was supposed to be a 240-pound stone. It was actually marked 240 pounds. But when we weighed it after the fact, because something was off and we were just weighing things, we realized it was actually 285-pound stone. So I got a PR to show you guys. It's pretty quick. It's only about 12 seconds long, the video. But I'm really excited about that. And so now we're heading into the back off, where this week will be much lighter, a little more volume, but nothing too heavy, nothing too strenuous, just to keep everything working and functioning. And then next week will be even less because I'm leaving Thursday sometime to go north to Sudbury for provincials. And I hope to have some better videos for you guys that way. And so let me just throw those videos up that I mentioned before, and then we'll get back to things.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's go, Jeff. Let's go, one more. 9. One more. Woo! Let's go.
We're going to be pulling these trucks down the road. Oh, that plow is up and over in no time. Here we go. Cheer it on, folks. a good start on it. Ready to go. The CQ cameras are recording. Here we go. That truck is moving. 30,000 pounds of
Let's go, Jeff!
Wheeldale water haulage. That thing is moving down the street. And Jeff is moving it. He looks focused. Look at that man.
Let's go, Jeff! Let's go!
Arrested motion.
Woo!
Truck says, just showing off. There he goes. He's past the halfway mark at this point.
Let's go, Jeff!
That truck is just rolling. I wonder what speed that is. That's a truck. There we go. The last speed.
Yes!
Judges ready! Judges ready! 3, 2, 1, go!
Let's see it, Jeff. Go. Easy work. Pardon? Yes. Yeah, Jill, nice. Go.
Judges ready! Judges ready! 3, 2, 1, go!
Come on, down. 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 Nice job. Go!
So wasn't Eli in the
How to do the kick, Jeff?
I don't know if it was
You versus you, Jeff. Let's go.
Because there were 3 guys that did.
No, I meant
Good,
this guy's
Very.
in
Go, Jeff.
But
Big one. Let's
because they're
go.
lighter men,
Yes! Yes! Easy, baby. Easy, Jack. Way to go.
Ready! 3, 2, 1, go!
Nice.
One.
Come on, Jeff, let's go!
Very easy. Oh, yeah. Good. Nice. Really good. 4. 2 more. 6. I need to grab that stuff. 5. Yeah.
I only had the energy to get to the beer store, and that was it. Currently staying in second, so I'm happy with that. I might have a tiebreaker coming up. Not looking forward to that.
Come on.
All right. So you're all caught up with events and a nice little PR there for you. Let's talk about provincials. The really nice thing about my new coach, she's on top of things and she's talking to the right people. She's getting inside information. One of the things she just found out and relayed to me is the height of the pull for the car deadlift. Now it's supposed to be 500 pounds. She said she's suspecting it might actually be a little bit less. Regardless, I'm going to continue to work and expect the level that I've been working at. The other thing she mentioned is the height of the handles. Now, she said the height of the handles is probably going to be in the neighborhood of 17 inches or a bit higher. So what I've done here is I've actually added one of my bumper plates underneath my setup here to raise it up to right around 17 inches at the middle of the bar. So that makes it a little more on par with the lift at the event. But today we're only working to a maximum of 85% for 2 sets of 3. I'm only at 415 right now. I'm going to add 2 25s in a minute. I'm going to do a quick set of 2. And I'm going to do 2 sets at 465, and then I'm going to slide back to, I believe it was 75%. I'll have to double check that. And then I'm going to do 2 sets at that, and I'm moving on. We are on the down slide. We're doing the work, but we're working on more, making sure the techniques of each event that I'm doing are going to be on par. And so that's what we're working on today. Nothing big, nothing exciting. There's going to be definitely no big numbers here. It's not that heavy. I can lift this weight without the straps. However, it is very humid today. I haven't done a whole lot. I am sweating, and I can't hold onto the bar. It's just slipping out of my hands. I could use chalk, but you know what? I'm going to be using straps at the event. So it really doesn't make any sense for me not to use the straps while I'm doing this. Some of you very astute people may have noticed that the audio is much better. And I'll tell you in a second. I have discovered that the Bluetooth earpiece that I've been using for over a year, coupled with my phone in pro mode, will actually yet let me use the mic on the earpiece. And now I don't have to scream, and you can actually hear what I'm saying despite what may be going on around me. So I am now going to throw on 2 more 25s. Sorry, a 25 on each side, however you want to put it. And I'm going to move to my working set. All right. All right, we're at 465. I'm going to put the belt on for this one. Let me just change the numbers here, because does it really count if you don't make sure the numbers are right? I don't know. All right. Let's make some noise here. Definitely, the pull is a bit different. I mean, you're talking an 1.5 inch difference of what I was doing previously. And it may be that I'm a little stiff and sore today. That 185 stone was both a shock and a pleasant surprise, but it definitely took its toll. These heavier weights are becoming a little easier, a little more comfortable, which is great. If I make it through provincials, I get to go to nationals, and there's another car deadlift. Except for the difference it'll be a front pull car deadlift. So the trap bar mimics the side pull, obviously. The one at nationals will be a front pull, and right off the hop, you can expect it to be heavier. Last year, provincials was a 510-pound deadlift, conventional, and nationals was 550, but it was an axle deadlift. So very different, but you can see the weight difference between the 2 events. So, all right, so I'm going to do one more set of this. I'm not going to bother filming it. You've seen it. Then I'm going to drop down to the 65 or 75% range, do 2 more sets, and we're going to call that good. And I'm not going to worry about the other parts of the training for today. I might show you the Zercher carry. Yeah, maybe you guys want to see the Zercher carry. That's always a good time. Be interesting because I'm already soaked. So I'm going to have to chalk the living shit out of myself. Maybe I'll put my elbow sleeves on and chalk them instead. It might be better. But let's get on with it. All right, we dropped down to 385. You might wonder, how come you never film yourself putting plates on? Well, it's because I spend 25 minutes trying to remember what's on the bar, how much the bar weighs, and then I got to do the math, and I got to get my fingers out. I mean, math doesn't always math real well for me, so here we are. All right. So it's just more of the same. This is the back off, and I'm going to do 2 sets of 4 with this, and it's not getting any cooler yet. I've done next to nothing. This isn't really heavy or hard, but I'm sweating like, well, you can insert anything you like right there. I'd rephrase that, but I can't be bothered. I mean, could it be a little less lackluster? I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. Now we're going to do some stiff-legged deadlifts. Going to do out of the rack here, the interest of ease. I'm going to go just below the knee. It's 225. It's a comfortable weight. And I say comfortable, I don't mean it's easy. I can do it all day long. I mean, it's comfortable that I don't feel too taxed. Again, as I said, I'm feeling a little stiff from yesterday. Not complaining. Just, I want to be reasonable about what I'm doing and when I'm doing it. And I work with my body and how I feel when I'm working out, as we all should. This could be heavier. I think I'm going to add another 50 pounds. Yeah, that sounds good. So, hey, I don't know. You guys should check out the series that Juji Mafu's got going on. It's home garage setups. Now, it's not just regular guys like you and I. These guys have got some pretty impressive equipment. I mean, some of the places that these people work out in, I mean, they're scary looking guys. There's one guy, I forget the country he's in. What's going on here? But I mean, it looks like he's in a dirt shack, and there's equipment hanging all over the walls, shit that people have just never seen. It's a pretty cool series. I definitely recommend you guys checking that out. Not that Juji needs my help, me and my massive following here, but it's a really cool set. And if you really pay attention, I think there's about 5 episodes now. There's some equipment that isn't mainstream. People have made or modified for their uses and purposes, and it's actually really interesting. There's some stuff I've never seen before. Not just plates, but different bars. Like first gens of stuff that went into production, but don't look anything like what these guys had. Like I said, some stuff that they've had made themselves. So, all right, we're gonna do another set here. It was only for 2 sets, and I was supposed to work up to a heavy set of 2, but I think I'm gonna go for like 4, maybe 5. See how this feels. But it's not a heavy day. That felt much better. I mean, that's the reality of the back off weeks, that you're not doing a lot of volume. The events you practice are more technical. Just definitely not as heavy. But that was good. I think I should pull out of the rack more often. It's easier than off the floor. More comfortable anyway. All right. We're going to move on to probably Zercher. And that'll be it for today. All right, on to Zerchers. I've been messing with this pro version on my phone for videoing, which gives me the opportunity to use my earpiece as a microphone. But the videoing is a bit different. So I don't seem to have as much. Um, I have to be farther back to get a decent video. It doesn't film as wide, but so I've been messing here, and it's got a little bit of a wider angle to video from right now. So I'll probably walk off screen, but I'll try and keep you entertained, as I'm sure you're accustomed to. So Zercher carries. The Zercher is a front carry if you're unaware, which I'm sure you are anyway. The yoke is 135 pounds, and I've added 90 pounds of plates, and so we're at 225. So I have to do several walks with this garbage on my face. Not too bad, not too bad. So I may have mentioned a few times, my grass here, you may or may not be able to see it. It slopes down to the left here, and you're also going uphill. The ground is fairly soft, it's very sandy here. Short distance from the river too. So my ground is very soft, which really makes it hard to get your footing. And it's not perfectly flat either, even where I am walking, even if it's sloped or anything, but there's dips and divots and stuff. So it's very hard. Yesterday, we were practicing the Roosevelt carry in a gym, hard surface, competition weight, which is a bit off anyway, and I'll explain that in a minute. But so it was 225 pounds with the Roosevelt stone. I was able to pick it up and very fast walk. I did, 100 feet in probably 15 to 20 seconds. I don't really have a time, but it was very quick, which impressed me. And I think a lot of that is because of the fact that I'm doing it in a very difficult environment. Now, at provincials, we're not using a traditional Roosevelt stone. We're using a sandbag that is shaped like a person. That person happens to be Gord Downey from Tragically Hip. It's a tribute to him, who, if you know, is Canadian, and well, we're Canadian. So you should be able to bear hug it and carry it, or at least lock your arms, or your hands, and that might make it a little easier. But as I said, I mean, the biggest problem even at 225 pounds is your footing and making sure that you're able to move. 225 pounds, not that heavy, but it's for a max distance in a minute. So with yesterday, seeing that I do have quick enough feet, I should be able to be extremely competitive, and I'm excited about that. But I think I'm going to call it for today. You guys have seen multiple Zercher carries. You've probably seen it on other channels, much better channels. I'm going to leave it with that. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's probably a little long at this point, probably one of the longer ones recently. Hopefully the audio is much better, and I'll know when I start editing it sometime in the middle of the night tomorrow. And I hope you come back. Maybe hit the subscribe and like button, or share, or something, and help the algorithm. Maybe somebody else wants to see me. I can't imagine why. I mean, my mom's pretty happy, but there might be. So guys, I hope to see you back.